what's up, man?
Hey, good day, dude. What's going on, man? This is Zach Moonshine. You're live right now on Metal Devastation fucking radio, dude.
Fucking cover, man.
Hell yeah. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, dude. Fucking sitting here putting down some fucking brewskis and listening to your fucking shit, man. We just got done.
Awesome.
Yeah, we just got done blasting Mias. How do you say that? Miasmatic?
Miasmatic, yeah.
Miasmatic. Yeah. What the fuck? I don't know what that. I don't know what does that mean, dude?
It's like a miasma, you know, because the song's about the end of humanity as we kind of kill each other with nuclear bombs, and it's a miasma, you know, the bombs fucking destroying everything and killing all the life.
Gotcha. Love it, man. Fucking badass, dude. That one part where the fucking shit slows down and you do that riff, it reminded me of old school Sepultura right there for a second, man.
Oh yeah, man. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not fucking in no way dissing you on that. Like, that's a compliment. That's cool.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, like me and the drummer, man, we're fucking old heads, man. Like we've been around the scene for like 20 plus years, so it's like all my influences are all a lot of old stuff. So
yeah, hell yeah, dude. I can tell, man. Yeah, dude. So tell us, give us a rundown, give us a brief history of the band. Tell us how long you guys been together, how long you been doing this, how did it get started?
Well, me and Dave, the drummer, you know, we've been playing together for like 20 plus years. Like, me and him have been in other bands together, and like, you know, we were in like, you know, like a kind of like a death metal band back in the early 2000s. So it's like we've been, you know, playing death metal for that long, and we did some other bands, and then, you know, we met with Tyler, our vocalist, like how many years ago? Like 2
years, something like that.
Like 2 years ago, and you know, he's a younger cat, but this kid is fucking awesome, man. You know what I mean? Like, he's great. I mean, like, he got in the band and he's been busting his ass ever since. So it's like, you know, and then we just started writing music. We just started writing stuff like right off the bat. Like, we just you know, like we had a chemistry, you know, where we could just write music together. So that's what we've been doing, and just playing shows nonstop and just out there having fun.
Hell yeah. How'd you guys come up with the name Ametropia?
So in the beginning of the band, we had this other guitar player, and Dave and Eric basically said, all right, you guys come up with the name. So him and I, like, you know, pulled together a bunch of ideas, and we just randomly chose like maybe 5 of them, and then from there we narrowed it down. Ametropia is just the one we ended up liking the most, and we all thought it sounded cool, so that's what we went with.
Hell yeah, man. Also got to give a big shout out to Paul for putting you on our radar, man. How did you guys get hooked up with him, dude?
I just saw that he was doing some shows, and, you know, I heard his band, and I thought his band was fucking awesome, and, like, you know, I love the old school death metal bands, and, like, you know, I saw these, like, festivals, so I was like, man, I wanted to get on these festivals with him, and, like, you know, yeah, man, he's a fucking awesome guy.
He's super cool.
Super cool, man. I love that guy, man. He's awesome. He's really cool. You know?
Hell yeah. Yeah, man, he stays on top of his shit, man. He's a busy dude, man.
Oh yeah, that's the thing is, like, that's the thing is, like, yeah, we have that same mentality. Like, we try and stay as busy as we can, so it, you know, we get along very well in that way, because we're out there we're out there all the time doing shows, trying to stay out there and just
keep for ourselves.
Yep, just keep grinding.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Well, speaking of influences and stuff like that, man, tell us some bands that you guys grew up listening to, and like what got you into this genre of music, man.
Me, it's like, man, like, my influences are range from, like, you know, of course, you know, Black Sabbath, you know, Metallica. I mean, especially Metallica.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, big Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer,
Iron Maiden.
I mean, like Judas Priest. I mean, all the typical ones. You know what I mean? Like, but for me, death metal, like in the '90s, was when my true love, especially with death metal, especially like bands like DSI. Like I'm big into like the Florida bands, so like DSI, the Morbid Angel, and Cannibal Corpse and Obituary. Like they're all my favorite bands. So.
Oh hell yeah.
And that's when I first started playing. So. Of course, Alex Webster from Cannibal Corpse is like one of my favorite bass players, you know what I mean? So it's like, he's a big influence. Glenn Benton too, man. I love Glenn Benton. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Alex Webster's like the Steve Harris of death metal, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yes, absolutely.
He totally is, man.
Oh yes, I love, I've gotten to hang out with him before, because the band, Dave used to be in, we used to play with a lot of Nashville, so we got to play with Cannibal Corpse a few times, and they were always awesome guys.
Yeah. I had Paul from Cannibal Corpse on the show a while back, man. Really cool dude.
Oh yeah, he's a drummer. Yeah, he's really cool too, man. He's really nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's funny you talking about the influences and going from like Metallica into death metal. For so many of us, that's how it happened, man. Like, that's how it happened for me, too. I remember when I was just a little kid in the 80s, watching fucking MTV and stuff like that. And, you watch the Dial MTV fucking countdown thing on Friday nights or something, whenever it was.
I used to watch that stuff, man.
Yeah, and it'd be Winger and Warrant and Poison and all that shit.
Oh, man, to be honest, man, like...
I didn't hate that stuff.
As back as, like, Motley Crue, man.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Right, I like that shit, too, but I was watching it, and then I remember one day, Metallica came on there, and they were number one the first time they even got on there. And it was the song One. And it was black and white. They're pissed off. No makeup. No smiles. No chicks. Nothing. Just fucking heavy riffs. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And immediately went, Mom, take me to the record store. I got to go get this. She took me down there. Fucking got it. Yeah, man. Started buying, bought Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Ain't Justice for All. Got it all, man. And fucking. But
I can remember when Justice for All first came out. And, man, I remember, like, listening to that album. I remember listening to that tape on tape back then. I listened to it so much, man. It was like I had to buy another tape because I listened to it that much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Just like ridiculously. Just like obsessed with it.
Yeah, man. At the time when that came out, I was living in Maryland, and there was a radio station on the FM radio. There was like a college radio, FM radio thing. It was run by a bunch of college dudes. It was called the Underground something. But they would just play all kinds of fucking underground metal. Like, just like shit that was not on MTV. And that's when I really got into all that stuff. I started tape recording all the shows. And late at night, they would do these special edition shows where they would play like the heaviest stuff. And that's when the first time I heard Deicide was when they released that first album, and they played Sacrificial Suicide and the title track Deicide, and I tape recorded it. I'd never heard death metal before in my life, and I remember listening to that, and I was just like, what the fuck? Immediately, turn the fucking stereo up all the fucking way, and just running through the house, head banging and screaming, singing along to it. That was my introduction to death metal right there, man. And it's just ever since then it's been like an endless journey of searching for the next heavier fucking thing, And I listen to all different kinds of genres, not just death metal or thrash or anything like that, but like it was definitely a big part of all of it.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Like that first Deicide album, man. When I first heard that album, man, like I was like. Man, that album, like, I thought that was fucking Satan coming out of my speakers, man.
It was.
That's my thought, man. So it was like, I can't even explain to nobody, like, how it really sounded, because it was just like, it was so fucking like just so fucking evil.
Yeah, just over the top.
The most evil shit I ever heard in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was over the top, man, and we didn't have the internet back then. We didn't have all these avenues that you can find anything now, you know. But back then, it was so pigeonholed into one little, you know, like if you had one fucking place where you could find shit, that was like the fucking oasis, you know, like.
What record stores did you go to?
Huh?
What record stores did you go to?
Record stores?
Record stores, like what music stores did you go to when you were younger?
Back then, it was at the mall. It was Sam Goody's, man.
Well, same thing, man. Sam Goody's, Camelot.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then in the 90s, we moved out to Arizona, and there was a record store out there called Zia Records, where they sold like used stuff. You could take stuff in there and trade it in. So I started trading in all my old stuff that I wasn't listening to and buying all kinds of new stuff. And it was cool as hell, man. You could get cassette tapes back then for like $3, $4 used. Yeah. You know? It's crazy, man.
It was so great back then.
Yeah.
I do miss those times for sure.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Did you ever see Deicide live with the fucking with the Hoffman brothers back in the day?
Yes, yep.
Dude, that shit was insane, man. Those guys, those guys were fucking nuts, man.
Oh yeah, Hoffman brothers, they were like, man, they were so fucking big, man. Like they were muscle. I mean, like I remember when they became really big.
Yeah.
I mean, real muscle bound and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they look like they were gonna come off the stage and just fucking kick your ass, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It was cool, man. I mean, it was scary to a certain degree, but at the same time, it was cool. You know, it was a rush. You know, it was like, fuck.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, whatever happened to that like, persona, because to a certain extent, that persona don't exist no more.
Right. Well, I mean, it's hard to have that now because everybody knows everything about everybody. You know, everybody's on Facebook and shit. It's hard to keep that persona. You know, like you really have to. Even these bands that wear the masks and try to do the whole theatrical thing and try to hide, you know, it always ends up coming out, you know, and you end up seeing them and, you know, I don't know, man. You know, you see pictures of Danzig walking out of the store with fucking cat litter and shit, you know, like... fuck, man. You know? Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love cats too, dude. And I don't have a problem. You know, I love Danzig, you know, but like when you see that and you see everybody, you know, it's just like you know, it's hard to keep that fucking mysteriousness about shit.
Man, you ever see that video where Danzig gets his ass kicked?
Yeah.
That was another one that pretty much ruined him, I think.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say it ruined him, man. He's still badass, dude. I saw him not long ago, a couple years ago, and that motherfucker still fucking goes crazy on stage, man. He's like, I don't know how old he is, man, but he still fucking gets out there and just goes nuts, man.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I love Glenn Danzig. I mean, like, I love Danzig. I mean, like, especially the 90s era. I mean, you know, back in the Headbangers Ball day, man, Danzig was big. So, I mean, like, Danzig a big influence on me too, actually.
Hell yeah!
The Misfits too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, dude. The Misfits, man. Fucking Sam Hain. Fucking all that shit, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We actually have a Misfits. We have a Misfits cover band that we do too.
No shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fucking cool, man. Do you guys ever... So is it a different band that you do that with?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's us three, and there's other friend of ours that's in another band. But it's like, we just do that on the side when we have time to do it. Man. You know what I mean? Because we just like have fun with it. You know what I mean? Plus, it keeps us busy when we ain't got... I mean, we're in all honesty, us three and the three guys, we're very, very fucking obsessed with this shit. So we're always doing it all the time. We're always practicing all the time. We're always playing all the time. Like, that's all we do, man. Like, for real. Like, I mean, we're out playing shows all the time. that's all we do, man. That's it. We do it all the time, as much as we can.
Well, I was going to ask you about cover songs, specifically the Philosopher that you guys do on the end of this record, man.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite Death songs, fucking hands down, dude. That riff is so fucking heavy, man. So badass, dude.
Oh, yeah. Influence-wise, I totally didn't say Skalner, but Skalner, yes, man. Chuck Skalner is a huge, huge influence on me, man. Big time. That's especially, you know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah. I had Steve DiGiorgio on the show a while back, too, man. We talked about that record.
Oh, no, that's, damn, oh my God, man. That's another fucking, that's an idol of mine, man. I love fucking Steve DiGiorgio, man. That's a big influence of mine.
He's another badass bass player, man. Fucking that.
He's fucking awesome, man. He's one of my favorite, man. So it's I've always I got to see Death. I got to play. My old band got to play with Death to All. You know what I mean? So we got to play with that band. So it's that was awesome. Plus, I got to see Death before Skalner died. So
yeah, and Testament, fucking Souls of Black. That shit that he did on there, man. That's fucking insane too, man.
Oh yeah, great. Yeah, I see it. I saw you work with that Russian band, that Alchemist.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah. I work with so many fucking people, man. Yeah, dude. Fucking, they're cool as fuck, man.
Oh yeah, man. Cause I'm big into the Russian metal bands and from different countries, and I love a lot of that music from those different countries, Russia and Ukraine and all those countries.
German bands are great.
And German death metal, black metal bands. I like all that stuff.
Man, that's one of my favorite things about this whole modern age with the internet and everything, the way that it is now. I mean, I know it's different from the way it was when we were kids, but the way that we're able to reach out and connect to these different bands that are all around the world, man, we never would have been able to even talk to these people before, maybe tape trading and stuff like that, but it was hard back then, now it's so easy, you just email somebody and talk to them,
Oh yeah, you work with a lot of bands, way more bands than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. I keep my prices affordable, man, so that comes with that means a lot of people fucking hit me up for it, but that's cool, I enjoy it, man. I definitely enjoy. I just like getting to know these different people and hearing their music, because I'm a musician myself too, so that's the main thing about it. I just love fucking making noise and.
Do you have a band?
Yeah. Well, I had a one-man band that I started a long time ago called Brutal Death Fuck, which you can find it on Bandcamp. But that's kind of how the radio thing started out. I was doing that back in the early 2000s, and that's when podcasters and radio stations and stuff on the internet started hitting me up and asking me to interview me and play my songs. And I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What is this? There's fucking internet radio, and that's how I found out about it. And then one thing led to another, and one of them was like, do you want to fucking DJ on our station? I was like, sure, man, I'll try it out. And then here I am now.
How long have you been doing this for?
Oh, fuck. It's been almost 20-something years now, man.
Holy shit, really?
Crazy.
Holy fuck, real?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's been a long time, man.
That's fucking awesome, man.
Hell yeah, thank you, man.
Because that's cool that you've been doing it for that long. You know what I mean? So you've been doing it since the beginning of it.
Yeah, pretty much back in the MySpace days, and I remember when YouTube
holy shit, man,
started out and all that shit, man. Fucking yeah,
man, that's crazy because it's I cannot believe I never heard of you before.
No shit.
I can't believe I have one. I'm sure I have. I'm sure I have and just didn't realize it.
Yeah. Well, you're here now, dude.
Oh yeah. It's fucking great, man. You know what I mean? It's been great working with you too.
Hell yeah, man, for sure. Well, we got a lot of more stuff coming in the pipeline, so I'm excited to see it, man. And I think this record's definitely going to get some fucking get some recognition, man, because it definitely deserves it.
Oh man, we're getting some traction already, so I'm happy about it.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, tell us about some of these songs that are on the record, man. What are some of your like lyrical content and stuff like that? What are these songs about?
Well, you tell them, Tyron. You talk about it.
Well, lyrically, a lot of the songs are kind of all over the place. We didn't really have a central concept or anything like that. They were just kind of whatever we wanted at that point in time. So you've got a song like Irritative Execution, which is more of like a classical death metal song with the gore lyrics and talking about killing people and eating them and stuff. But then you have a song like Exhumus, which is more political. That's kind of more about like the gap between the rich and the poor and trying to survive off whatever scraps you're left, you know? So lyrically, it goes all over the place through this album.
Hell yeah. Well, as for all the gearheads out there, myself included, man, can you give us a rundown of some of your rigs? Like, what are you guys using to get these tones and these sounds? Pedals and amps and shit like that.
On the album, we actually we used some digital stuff, amp sims, and things like that. Our producer, Ashley Maccabee, was the genius who came up with the tones and everything. He did a great job. You know, the drum sounds fucking incredible on that record, and the guitar tone that he came up with is great. Live, I use a Black Star head that's been modified by I forget what they're called, but they worked on some of Vital Remains. Some of their stuff.
Hell yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Guitar wise, I use Ibanez guitars.
And me as a bass player, when we recorded the album, I just went direct. So the whole thing is, the guy was more about the producer again, Ashley Maccabee. Like, it was him. It was like, that guy, he was great. I mean, like, he did all the work. So it's like, we just recorded. And my rig, I just use Dark Glass. I use Dark Glass and Mark cabs.
Nice. Do you remember what some of the plugins that the producer used?
No, I mean, like I was more worried about getting it done and recorded than. Well, only because like I've been knowing Ashley for a while now, like me and our drummer have. So it's like I've recorded with him with other projects that I've done. So I just trusted him. You know what I mean? I just didn't really question what he was doing just because I knew how good he is. So I just left him do his thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And in my case, we were originally planning on recording with that head. But what ended up happening is you had the tone from the digital amp sims that he had, and then when you had like the live rig that I was playing through, there was a lot of noise being caused by like the floor that the rig was on, just vibrations from the wood, various things like the way that the apartment was set up. So it ended up sounding a lot noisier than we liked. So we ended up only using the digital tones instead of the live tones.
Hell yeah. So you guys just recorded DI in and then just let him fucking kind of go crazy with it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Plus me, I'm like, I wanted our sound to be more cleaner than, I wanted it to be dirty, but not real dirty, enough that you can hear everything, because I don't like, some of the bands coming out these days, these death metal bands, I don't like the way that they're recording, because it's very, very lo-fi, and it's like, I like being able to hear everything.
Yeah, we wanted like a certain degree of the modern sound, but we wanted to have also the rawness and the ferocity of older death metal bands at the same time, because when you have a super clean production, sometimes you sacrifice that aggression in just the sound of the album.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, I mean, but these fucking plugins and the digital stuff that they've been coming out with now, the way that technology is, man, it is fucking insane. Like, it sounds really good, man.
It's crazy.
It's getting better and better. Like, if you have a very experienced ear, you can tell right away when something is digital, but that's getting harder and harder as time goes on. They're getting stuff that sounds more and more like the real thing, and eventually it's going to be impossible to tell.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I used to mic my cabs and record that way, but like now, 9 times out of 10, just use a plug-in because like it just fucking nails it and it does it right. You know, like Bogren fucking amp knob, man. Those fucking those are some of my favorites, dude. And it's like there's you don't even have to fuck with anything. Like it's one fucking knob. Just set the gain, the fucking EQ and everything's already done for you. It's already in there, and it cuts through the mix. Perfect. And
there's just so much out there that you can just get for free, even you know, like different like responses from different cabs, different simulators and things like that. You can get 1,000 different sounds. You know?
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, you can get on YouTube and watch some of these guys that do like gear reviews and stuff, like Glenn Fricker and people like that. And a lot of times you can get free IRs from them. They'll have them in the links, you know. And lot of, that shit's fucking cool, man. It's fucking like fuck, man. You can't.
Our bass player doesn't like Glenn Fricker.
Who's that?
He always says your bass player is a useless cunt.
He does talk a lot of shit about bass players, doesn't he?
Yeah, but it couldn't be further from the truth than our band. Eric writes a lot of the music in our band, so if you weren't around.
Hell yeah, man. Well, for people out there listening, dude, where's the best place for them to go to support you guys? Buy music, buy merch, stuff like that?
You can buy our album and also T-shirts at our Bandcamp. But we're planning on getting the album made with some CDs and possibly some vinyl records, so you'll be able to buy those there too.
Fuck
hopefully.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Plus we're gonna get some new designs for shorts. For some new shirts.
Yeah, if you like the album cover, we're planning on putting that on a shirt, so you'll be able to buy the album cover.
Speaking of the album cover, man, who did that artwork, dude? Because that's a badass album cover, dude.
So actually, I spotted this guy. I'm blanking on his name right now. I have to find it, but I spotted him on Twitter. I was just kind of like scrolling Twitter as you do, X or whatever it's called now. And I happened upon his artwork, and he's not like a very well-known guy. His name is Matej Klar. I hope I'm not butchering that name too much, but he's not super well-known or anything, but he does amazing work. You can follow him on Instagram, smuggerby_, so SMUGGERBY_. He does some fucking amazing work. We found one of his pieces that kind of reminded me of the Garden of Earthly Delights, and that's kind of like my favorite style of artwork. And when I had pictured us having an album cover, I always pictured it as being something that looks like that. So it was just a match made in heaven right away. I gave him complete artistic freedom. I told him, like, here's what our songs are, here's what they sound like, this is what the songs are about. Do whatever you want. And he came back with like 2 or 3 designs, and we picked the one, made a few little edits here and there, but it's almost entirely his brainchild.
Yep.
Oh, I love it, man. Fucking, it's like some sort of, I'm looking at it right now, it's like some sort of demonic fucking priest outfit, but with no head, and it's just got all these arms with fucking mouths in them.
Yeah, it's like the religious machine, eating people up and spitting them back out to be just zealots that blindly listen to whatever they're told. And you can see the one guy is stabbing the other in the back, because that's what those types of people tend to do. They don't have loyalty. It's fucking brilliant. He did an amazing job.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you can sit there and stare at for a long time and find a lot of little details. Which
absolutely.
Yeah, that would definitely translate to a vinyl record really, really well, man.
Oh yeah,
yeah, especially if we did like a picture disc or something like that.
Hell yeah. And the logo too, man. Did the way that he did the logo with the flames on top?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely just fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You know, we did get the logo design separately, but we sent him the logo design, and then he, drew his version of it by hand.
That's cool as hell, man. Cool.
And that's also another thing about it that I was very passionate about, is I didn't want digital art, and nothing against digital art, but there's just something about it that does not have that originality, that rawness that I like. So I really wanted somebody who was going to paint or illustrate by hand.
Yeah. We were real strict about that. We wanted somebody to be able to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. Definitely cool. Well, I'm going to post that fucking link in the chat room for all the people that are in there right now so they can go check it out. But,
awesome.
Yeah, man, fucking, I guess I'm about out of questions for you guys. Is there anything else you want to let the people know?
You can follow us anywhere. We have our music on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, wherever you listen to your music, we're on there. Give us a listen. We are already in the woodworks of writing our next release. We'll probably get it recorded and put it out within the next year or two. We're quite a few songs deep, so just keep an eye out. We'll be putting out some shit.
Hell yeah. All right, well, before I let you guys go, can I get you to make us a station tag real quick?
Okay, cool.
All right, whenever you're ready, say something like, "This is Ametropia, and you're listening to Metal Devastation fucking radio."
Yeah.
All right. This is fucking Ametropia, and you're listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, man. I love it, dude. Badass. All right, man. Well, thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to us, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much, man.
Thanks for having us on.
Hey, anytime, man. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to blast some more Ametropia for these motherfuckers so they can go crazy, all right?
Yeah,
man. Hope you guys will love it.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
Good. You too. Yep. Good night.
Cheers.
Let's see if we put one out.
There you have it, folks. Ametropia live on the Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your windows, put them in your front lawns, put them in your neighbor's driveway. Do whatever you gotta do, man. If you don't see U-Haul trucks everywhere tomorrow, what the fuck are you doing, man? Crank it up, motherfuckers. Crank it the fuck up.